Hello everyone, this is Arafellan playing my way up the top 25 user-rated games on Atarimania for the 400 and 800 XLXE systems. And this is number 24, River Rat, presented by Zimag, apparently, by Richard J. Bosmith. Like the previous one, Tagalon, I could not find any documentation for this. There were only some screenshots and a vague description of it being a boat racing game. So press start to begin. So, there we go. We have a motorboat kind of sound. The typical Atari noises. The boat is kind of glowing for some reason. Joystick control, as is typical. Looks like you have side to side, no forward and backwards. Button speeds up or slows down, apparently. I'm guessing you don't want to hit anything. There's piers, there's other boats, there's ducks. Is that a ramp? That is a ramp, but I wasn't going fast enough and crashed on the dock. Okay. I guess you want more speed. Okay. But yeah, it looks like you have a high speed and a low speed. Oh, they're ramped up the ramp. That doesn't seem to affect your score directly. Oh, no, it does. You get points for going up the ramp. I guess you don't want to crash into the sides of it? Hey, this was supposed to be a race, but I don't seem to be actually racing anyone. It looks like you're just driving your boat up the river and trying to get as far as you can to get points. Probably don't want to run into the swimmers either. Definitely don't want to crash into rocks. Okay. And there is a timer also. I guess you have a limited amount of time. Yeah, that is counting down. So what happens if I hit a swimmer? They shouldn't be big enough to crash the boat, but you never know. Oh, it messes with your controls for a bit, but then you just go back to normal. I hope that doesn't give you points. That would be kind of morbid. Yeah, it takes points away. Okay, that makes sense. And it looks like you get 3 tries, and then you have your score, and if that's the high score, then it's recorded. And if you press the button, you just start over. Yeah, it looks like there's really not much to this. Yeah, you do not want to crash into the side of the ramp. You're either centered or you crash. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I was expecting, but there really doesn't seem to be much to this. Just drive your boat as far as you can and try to get a high score. I think I missed the middle ramp there by not having landed. You can't really tell when you're in the air except by the sound effects and not colliding with things. The splash is pretty good. Yeah, I should have veered left. I'll try seeing if select an option do anything, but as far as I can tell, this is the game. Just motorboating along the river and trying not to crash. Ramps for bonus points. It sort of reminds me a little bit of Ski Free. Except that has more structured gameplay. Until you get past the end of the course and then you get eaten by the Yeti. Okay. Apparently you have a destination distance, which gives you bonus points if you get there. So that's something. But again, you don't actually seem to be racing. There's no sign of other boats except as obstacles. And of course, you can't steer when you're in the air. That was silly. Shouldn't have tried that. But, yeah, that appears to be the game. You just drive your boat up the river, get as many points as you can, try not to crash. It could keep you amused for a little while, but that seems to be pretty much all there is to it. Select doesn't seem to do anything, option doesn't seem to do anything. System reset just goes back to the start. Let's try a hard reset. Alright, I need to reload the executable. Yeah. Select does nothing, option does nothing, it's just start to start, and that's it. No other options as far as I can tell, single player only. Yeah, it's not what I would call a racing game, really, but I'm not sure what else you would classify it as. Arcade of some sort. Yep, you can clear the dock like that. Yeah, it looks like there may be some degree of risk with going over ramps if you happen to land in a bad spot, but I haven't had any troubles going over them at full speed. So it may take that into account when it generates this. This does appear to be randomly generated, so that's something. Ramps can be blocked by rocks. Okay, never mind that thing about ramps not crashing you if you go at full speed. That can happen. And of course, because I reset the system, high score is reset to 0 because it doesn't store it after system reboots. There's no battery back storage or anything. Yeah. This has been River Rat. It's not really my type of game, and I was expecting something a little more involved, but yeah, it could keep you amused for a while, and sometimes that's all you need. But I think that's going to do it for this week. This has been Arafellin playing River Rat. If you want to check it out for yourself, there is a link in the description to the Atarimania site, which has downloads, you get emulators and all that. But for now, enjoy your weekend, and let's see what we do next time. I'm thinking about going into another Zelda hack. We'll see.